Welcome everyone. So today we are going to solve a problem which is titled as product of array except self. So let's try to understand the problem statement. You are given an integer array. Let it be nums. Suppose it is given as 1, 2, 3, 4. And the problem statement says that you have to return another integer array. Let it be answer, which is designed in such a way that the first element inside this answer would be product of all the elements other than the first elements inside the given array. So that would be 2 times 3 times 4, it would be 24. Similarly, the second element would be the product of all the other elements other than that particular elements in the given array. So that would be 1 times 3 times 4, it would be 12. Similarly, the remaining elements. So you have to make this particular array as mentioned and you have to return it. And one more thing which is mentioned in the problem statement is that you have to do in a time complexity of order of n. So we have to be a bit careful because this can be easily done. Like if you fix a pointer, say I here at the 0th index, then j here, or anything. For example, the best thing could be done is that you can write a for loop of I ranging from the 0th index to the n minus 1 index. Then inside that you can loop another integer j running from 0 to n minus 1. Whenever I is not equal to j, you can, like with this iteration, you can find the product and you can store it in an answer array. So while doing this thing you can do it, but this would give you a complexity of n square. But the problem statement mentioned that you have to do it in order of n. So we are not going to do that brute force approach. So how can we do that? So here comes the concept of prefix and suffix. So what we are going to do is that as per the problem definition, for example, you are for a particular element in the ith index, let's take the I to be at this particular location of the 3, and the answer corresponding to that particular element is nothing but the answer at the ith index is nothing but product of all elements to its left multiplied by product of all elements to its right. So we can use the technique of prefix and suffix to calculate this thing and this thing separately, and we can just multiply it and we will get the answer corresponding to that particular elements. Like that we can stack upon or append the results and we got our answer. That's how we are going to do. So I hope you understood what's the logic here, but this will become much more clearer once you start coding it. So I'm going to write the class definition. Let's code it. Class solution and the method inside the class protect x self, and write the arguments by yourself. By that way you will understood the problem statement. You are given an integer array, other than that you have not given anything, and you are supposed to return an array. So you understood the problem. So first let's try to accumulate all the products from the left corresponding to an ith element. So first I need few information. One of the information is the length of the array, and I need to return a list. I am going to return this answer list initially assigned in this fashion, because this will be manipulated soon with the product of from the left and the product from the right. So I am going to first calculate the product from the left. For that I am going to assign first is prefix, going to fix it as 1. Now let's loop it. For I in range of n, and answer of I will be multiplied by prefix each time when it goes through, and the prefix will be updated as multiplication of nums of I. So what is happening here? If you have an array nums and this is answer, which is both in size and length is equal. So initially the answer will be appended in such that here it's 1 because prefix is 1. When it reaches here, this is nothing but this element multiplied by 1. When it's reached here, this is nothing but this element, these two elements multiplied together, this one, and gives this thing. So whatever the this particular element, whatever it's left is getting multiplied and assigning here. That is happening in this step. And once this is done, we have to also multiply whatever it's right also. For that we have to do another loop, and we need the suffix also. Let be suffix is equal to 1. Here we are going to iterate from the back side. For I in a range of n minus 1, we have to go up to and including 0, so it would be -1, -1. Then answer of I multiplied by suffix multiplied equal to suffix, and suffix multiplied equals nums of I. So this way things from the right side will be multiplied and we got this thing. So here in this step answer of I is already updated such that it's a product of whatever the elements to its left, and in this step whatever from its right other than that particular element will be multiplied, and this answer of I initially we described will be manipulated as in this particular fashion. So what is the time complexity? Oh, we have to return that particular array that we have not did this return answer. So what is the time complexity? Time complexity here, you are looping another loop, one loop to calculate the prefix multiplication, another for the suffix multiplication, but they are independent, order of n as the problem demanded. Space complexity, we used an extra array, So basically it's order of n. So that's the solution for this particular problem. So thank you for listening. So that's it.